It's one of the oldest matchups in the southeastern summer baseball scene, separated by nearly 2 hours on the eastern portion of North Carolina. The Edenton Steamers and Wilson Tobs have matched up over 125 times since the inception of both teams in the Coastal Plain League. Tonight represents the only matchup between the two teams this year. The similarities between the organizations is striking thus far. Both call WPA Project Stadium's home. Both are led by second-year managers, and both are looking to get over 500 tonight. The glaring difference? Games played. The Steamers will take the field for just their third game of the season. The Tobs will be playing in their 11th. Live from historic Fleming Stadium, I'm Ray Dunn as your Edenton Steamers look to take one from the Wilson Tobs. And it is the storyline right now. The rain in the area, over 10 inches of rain in the last 2 weeks in the Edenton area. That has led to a lot of cancellations. Most recently, yesterday's game, Saturday's game scheduled for the Greenbrier Knights at 7 p.m. was canceled. Thursday night, a trip to Tarboro, canceled. And if you were there Wednesday night, you saw what exactly Mother Nature could put on in terms of a show. Thunder and lightning throughout that one, canceling that game after just 2.5 innings. It's been a long layoff since Tuesday night when the Steamers played a complete game at War Memorial Stadium against the Greenbrier Knights. So if they're a little rusty, might be a little bit understandable. Haven't been able to get on the field. If you managed to make it out to historic Hicks Field on Wednesday and saw the start of the water that came in this week, it only got worse. The team out there working on the field yesterday trying to get ready for the game just underwater. So the Steamers, again, their first chance to play a game since Wednesday, hoping to play their first complete game since Tuesday, and it is a beautiful night right now in Wilson. Sun is shining, comfortable weather, and again, you can't see it, and we do want to address that really quickly. This is an audio. The Steamers are no longer members of the Coastal Plain League. Clearly, the Coastal Plain League owns the media rights to the games played at home stadiums. Therefore, we are limited to an audio-only broadcast, no video broadcast due to the CPL's deal with Flow TV. If you do want to catch the video broadcast of this game, the Tobs are doing a video broadcast on Flow TV, and that will be through the CPL. As for what we're actually going to see here tonight, the two teams, the starting pitchers, Chris Bueller, the left-hander for the Steamers, going. Bueller, his first start in nearly 2 years. The 6'4" left-hander had Tommy John surgery in March of 2020, right before the world shut down due to COVID-19. Has recovered all throughout the last year, did not pitch at all this spring. Pitched earlier this season, did get into a game, the very first one. Went inning and a third, allowed one hit, had a strikeout. But his first start since July 17th, 2019. He will be opposed by right-hander Paul Sullivan. Sullivan has appeared in 2 games thus far this season for the Tobs, 3.1 innings, only allowing 3 base runners, but this will be Sullivan's first start of the season. The lineups on both sides, starting with your Steamers. Chase Bruno starts the game batting leadoff, and at second base, Casey Hare playing third base. Anthony Stalin bats third. He's at short. Aaron Copeland in the cleanup spot playing center field. And that one is a bit of a surprise. Obviously, the corner infielder getting a chance to play center field. But for those of you who have been tuned in, Tuesday night, the collision between Adam Fine and Case Kermode has put both of them out for the foreseeable future. Fine, usually the center fielder. Kermode has played a little bit more outfield than Copeland has, but Copeland getting the start in center nonetheless. Batting cleanup, Joe Haney batting 5th in left field, Jackson Hip in right field, and batting 6th. Jacob Mustaine gets the start at first base, batting 7th. Josh Pernetti, the catcher, getting his second start behind the dish and batting 8th. Hunter Cole, the designated hitter, and he will bat 9th. Once again, the starter, Chris Bueller. On the other side for the Wilson Tobs, Logan Eichhoff bats first. He's in left field. Braden Blackford's in right field, batting second. Logan Keller is at the hot corner. He bats third. Dusty Baker, the center fielder, is batting cleanup. Drew Devine at shortstop and batting fifth. Zach Hoganson is the designated hitter batting sixth. Andrew Fleming at first base and batting seventh. Garrett Browder is the catcher batting eighth. And James Arakawa is batting ninth and playing second base. Once again, Paul Sullivan will be the starting pitcher for the Tobs when it all gets started again. First pitch, 6 o'clock tonight. A little bit earlier than we're used to. They're going through starting lineups right now at historic Fleming Stadium, and then we'll get to first pitch. As the Steamers looking to play their first full game since Tuesday. Again, I'm Ray Dunn. I'll take you all through the action. We will be right back with Steamers Baseball here on the official Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. It's a beautiful night for baseball from Wilson as Paul Sullivan begins his warm-ups on the mound for the Tobs against Steamers and Tobs, an old Coastal Plain League matchup here tonight. Beautiful weather part is not something we've been able to say over the last 2 weeks. Games been few and far between, but we've got a good one here tonight. The Tobs come into this one at 5-5 overall, 2-5 in the Coastal Plain League, looking to get over 500. They have beaten their other 2 Premier Collegiate League opponents this season thus far. As for the Steamers at 1-1, this is their first non-league game of the summer. The team is nearing full strength as Josiah Seitler is the only player left. They're waiting to arrive. As Clark Dearman, left-handed pitcher from Presbyterian, made it today down to Edenton. As for the left-handed pitcher on the mound today for the Steamers, Chris Bueller, you will hear about him. In the bottom of the first, Chase Bruno gets the Steamers started. He's the second baseman, batting right-handed as the throw coming down. And it is time for baseball. Bruno with 2 RBIs on this season. First pitch from Sullivan to Bruno is grounded foul down the third base line. Steamers today in their gray jersey tops and black bottoms. The Tobs going with the all-white look. And the second pitch to Bruno. Misses, and it is 1-1. Sullivan winds, kicks, and the 1-1 pitch. Swing and miss, 1-2. Bruno this spring at Montreat hit 385 in 16 plate appearances. Had his season hampered by a hamstring injury after he made a spectacular play. The 1-2 pitch to him misses. The count even at 2. Fans slowly trickling in. Bark in the Park night here in Wilson as the 2-2 pitch to Bruno is fouled. Hits the light pole above the grandstand. And Bruno keeps himself alive. The historic Fleming Field, halfway up the grandstands is green seating, and then the traditional bleacher look up at the top. The 2-2 pitch now from Sullivan is hit into left field. That one's a fair ball, in for a base hit. Chase Bruno leads off the game with a single, and the Steamers have a man on board to start this top of the first inning. Casey Hare's playing third base, the middle infielder sliding into the third base slot as Aaron Copeland shifts out to center field tonight. Hare now batting. Hare, thus far this season, 2 for 4, so 500 average, getting on base at a 6.67 clip. And now Sullivan, stretch, kick, fires, and therefore a strike. So the first pitch to Hare. Puts him behind 0-1, and a quick idea of what we're looking up for a setup from the broadcaster's perspective. I am down pretty much in the Tobs bullpen, so some of my perspectives might be a little skewed. The 0-1 to Hare. Fouls this one, and third baseman, catcher both out to try and get it in front of the dugout. Pop-up is caught, and Hare is set down. Ball right in front of the Tobs dugout on the third base side. One away now. And Anthony Stalin coming about. He's at shortstop. Sputtering a little bit to start this spring. Again, this is only through 2 games. 1 for 6. Mr. MEC, as his Virginia State teammates call him. 1 MEC Player of the Year this season. Hit .408 in the spring. Sullivan fires over to first base, checking on Bruno. Bruno's back safely. shadows falling over home plate, but the batter's still in the sun a bit. The first pitch to Stalin. Bruno's running. The throw down to second base. Bruno slides past the base, but the tag misses him, and he's safe. That was in there for a strike, so 0-1 to Stalin. Bruno now standing on second base. Bruno's first stolen base of the summer. Didn't have a stolen base in his shortened time this spring. Runner on second, Stalin. Second pitch to him, misses. Evens the count up at 1. Sullivan looks back at Bruno. Twice, kicks, fires. Stalin looks at another strike. 1-2. Sullivan coming into this game, the 2 games he has pitched runners. Only one of them was by way of a hit. So Bruno in rare company earlier this season. Sullivan once again looks back at Bruno and fires to Stalin. He fouls this one back. Catcher trying to give chase towards the Steamers' dugout on the first base side that hits the top of the grandstand. And runs away. Fleming Field certainly deeper than historic Hicks. 330 to each corner, 405 to center. So not going to see balls fly out of here as much as you would at historic Hicks. Some well-hit balls today that would have traveled way out during BP. Only fly balls here. Stalin fouls back on a check swing. Sullivan's 1-2 offering. Aaron Copeland awaiting on the on-deck circle. And again, if you can hear barking in the background, it is Bark in the Park night. 6 o'clock Sunday start at Wilson. Once again, the 1-2 to Stalin. Upstairs, 2-2. Stalin making Sullivan work. Sullivan looks in, gets a sign, comes set. Kicks, and the 2-2. Foul back. Stalin keeping himself alive, working through this one. Sullivan, 3 strikeouts in his 3 1/3 innings this season. Trying to punch out Stalin here. As he locks in. Looks back at Bruno. And the 2-2 up. He steps off. Doesn't like the lead that Bruno's getting. Certainly attracting a lot of attention. And the 2-2 to Stalin. In there for a called third strike, and Stalin is set down. So after a leadoff man gets aboard, 2 outs for Sullivan. The Steamers now with the man in scoring position and 2 away. Bring up Aaron Copeland. Copeland played on opening night, had a hit, RBI. Did not play in Tuesday night's victory over the Greenbrier Knights. The player with the most plate appearances this spring for the Steamers had 211. First pitch to him. He swings through 0-1. Copeland hit .320, got on base at a .436 clip for Spartanburg Methodist. Hit 12 home runs and drove in 48 runs. Now down 0-1 in the count as Sullivan comes set. Looks back at Bruno, takes a second look, and he keeps on looking back. Finally, on the third look, he sends it to Copeland, and Copeland sends this one in the air down the right field line, and this one hops off the wall. Bruno going to come around to score, and Copeland pulls up into second base. The Steamers lead this one 1-0 on an RBI double by Aaron Copeland. Copeland now 2 runs batted. Excuse me, that was first RBI of the season. Bruno comes around to score. The Steamers have an early lead. Joe Haney now coming to bat. Left-handed bat. Playing left field. Typically a third baseman. First pitch to him. In there for a strike, 0-1. Sullivan looking back at Copeland. Haney swings through the 0-1 offering, quickly down 0-2. I'm with 10. 1 for 6. There's a couple of walks in there as well. And 0-2 to him. Low, misses. 1-2. Sullivan took something off it, trying to get him fishing at a breaking ball. The 1-2 from Sullivan. In there for a called third strike, and the Steamers are set down, but not before Aaron Copeland delivers an RBI double to score Chase Bruno, and the Steamers have a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the first inning.